How's it going, everyone? So, Tekken Collab is ending. I figured now will be a good time to give a review of it, my thoughts on everything that we had, the events, the characters, so on and so forth. So yeah, let's just jump right into this. I guess we could start with the Battle Pass, which is garbage. So I play a lot of mobile games. A lot of them have battle passes, free battle passes, and KOF easily has the worst free-to-play battle pass of any mobile game I've ever played. Literally every reward for the free battle pass is a complete nothing burger. Just garbage. Which is very disappointing. I mean, a game like Dragon Ball Legends, you get what, 700 Chrono Crystals for free? And then here, you don't even get one ruby for free. Terrible. $5 battle pass, has this ever been good? Honestly, has the $5 tier ever been good? I don't think so. This is what, like 400 rubies and then one multi of each. It's whatever. Then last but not least, we have the tier 2 battle pass, which costs $50 USD, by the way. The rubies are okay. You get 3 multis for each. That's pretty good. But the problem with this is the last few rewards. This right here, some might disagree with me, but I feel like this is outdated. For a battle pass set to spend $50 on, this is not a final reward. If you're a veteran player like me, this is completely useless. You don't need this anymore. I mean, look at this, guys. What am I gonna do with 2 more platinum card selectors? Add them to the 15 I already have and don't use? I mean, come on, guys. I mean, sure, if you're a newer player, you don't yet have like a couple sets of this, a couple sets of this. I suppose it's not bad, but in my opinion, this should be a Moon or Star Imprint Stone selection box. That would go way further than a platinum card selector in 2022. Because I mean, look, this guy. This is useless. I don't care about this at all. But the worst part about the tier 2 battle pass, the final reward. You guys notice something? Something missing? Oh yeah, that's right. The main characters of the collaboration, EX Devil Jin and EX Hwarang. Why in the world is the final reward of a $50 battle pass a mystery box for SS Elisa or SS Hwarang? It's not even a selection box. So if you want to do this to get Hwarang, for example, he's my favorite Tekken character of all time. That's the only reason I would want this. You might get Alicia, and then it sucks to be you. Too bad. This is terrible. Why are the stars of the collaboration not part of the final reward of the battle pass? And then why is it a mystery box? FES Netmarble is obsessed with RNG and randomness in almost everything they introduce to this game, and it's honestly extremely frustrating and extremely annoying. So yeah, if I'm being honest, this battle pass, terrible. Not worth $50 in the slightest. So yeah, let's move on to the banners. We can start with the free-to-play banner, that being the EX Nina banner. So the cards are both good and bad. Bad because the drop rates are terrible. I mean, these are the same drop rates as the regular banners. The regular banners that many players, myself included, do complete rotations of and get absolutely nothing. So yeah, that's not very good. The cards overall, I do like them for the most part. This Jin one's really good. Increase Tekken fighters' combat power by 15k, some skill cooldown, and 20% attack when they land a critical hit. It's pretty good. This Hwarang one, it's not bad. 20% attack increase when tagging in, and then active skill damage. This could be good if like content where you can only use your characters for a limited amount of time, like reviving Hell's Dungeon. This Alicia one, if you use a Tekken fighter for stuff like time attack, this is going to be great. Gain power on tag in, decrease base cooldown ultimate moves, gains power when you land active skill. Combined with something like a Mr. Big set, it's going to be great. The only one that's kind of meh, not this one, is the Bridal Nina card. The only place I can see this having any value is if you have a Tekken fighter on defense for absolute war, or maybe use this as a safety net for league. But otherwise, yeah, this is pretty forgettable. Which sucks because I have like 4 copies of this. As for the rest of the banner, obviously the stones are good if you pull them. It's a big if. FES memory, that's fine. This Netmarble, come on, man. Plus imprint stones, mystery boxes. This is going to be a HP stone 9 times out of 10. Useless. But this one's even worse. This is the tier 2 imprint stones, guys. These are launch imprint stones that nobody uses anymore. Back when FES fighters were the peak of KOF, we used the power charge rate stone a lot because some characters didn't have power charge rate in their kits. But otherwise, yeah, these are useless, completely useless. But the main problem with this banner is the trend that Netmarble is continuing, which is KOF All-Star Fighter tokens. These are unified banner tokens. Why is that bad? Well, unified banners are useless. Unless you're like a brand new player, you don't care about these at all. The biggest problem with this is that in the Guilty Gear collab, the first time they introduced this type of banner, these tokens were for the Guilty Gear banners. In other words, you actually liked pulling these. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, oh, they can't give out collab banner tokens, that's too generous, they're a company, they have to make money. I love hearing that, surface level non-argument when it comes to defending mobile game development companies and shady practices that they implement. In this game, you can do a full rotation on a banner and literally get nothing. Including a couple of tokens here, that's not going to break the bank. Because number one, you have to pull them at a 6% drop rate, and number two, you then have to get something from the tokens themselves. Whether it's a 0.6% drop rate or 0.3% drop rate. That's not a big deal. So yeah, they keep doing this. They keep making these banners worse, and I hate it because the Guilty Gear one was fantastic. Fantastic. The game's in a rougher state now than it was back then, so it should be better rewards, not worse, but this is FES Netmarble we're talking about. So yeah, overall, average banner. Just, you're killing me. I mean, guys, look at this. Look at this, guys. I don't care about these tokens anymore. So yeah, very average banner. I don't like it. But yeah, let's move on to the paid banners. Start with Volume 1. My boy Hwarang, SS Alicia, and FES Nina. As per usual, the drop rates are atrocious. Good luck. May Talos guide you. But the main problem with this banner, and honestly, in the top 2 problems that I had with this collaboration entirely, is this right here.
Nina Williams.
Classic Nina. This character is good. Great leadership. Great damage. But she's also terrible. Why, might you ask? Well, if you look at her core effects, if you look at her skills, you're going to notice something. Specifically, you're going to notice something is missing. Classic Nina has no hyper armor and no damage immunity at all. And you might be thinking, that's not too big of a deal. Yes, it is. For more than one reason. I'm going to show you. Let's go back in time, guys. Let's go to the fighters. Let's go to Gold Border. You remember those Netmarble Gold Border characters? Remember those? I'm going to show you guys some things. How you doing, Jin? Tekken 7 Jin. Nice to see you again.
Jin Kazama.
Gonna go into Tekken 7 Jin's kit. Wow, guys, would you look at that? A gold border collab character from 3 years ago. Has hyper armor. And 2022 FES Nina does not. Hichikata, long time no see. How you been, buddy? How you been? Wow, would you look at that, guys? A gold border collaboration character from several years ago. Has hyper armor. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the complete Tekken character sets from the first volume. The Kazuya and Hayate banner was my first major shaft in this game. I don't have either of them. But luckily the codex exists, which is going to allow me to show you something. Kazuya, how you been? I miss you. Let's check out Kazuya's cores. Not bad, not bad. Oh wow! He has a core where he's immune to damage for 4 seconds when HP is 35% or less. Not bad, not bad. Let's check out his skills. Would you look at that? A Collab gold border character from several years ago has damage immunity. And Nina doesn't. Now, why is this a big deal? Well, most PvE content in the endgame, you get hit hard if you don't have damage immunity or hyper armor. In other words, Nina is borderline useless in the hardest content in the game. Which begs the question, why is she here? What am I going to use her for? To farm Rush Dungeon? Guys, she has the same drop rate as EX Hwarang and Alicia Boskanovich. And she's terrible. You want to pull this character approximately once and then never again. Because every subsequent pull of Nina is a feels bad moment. And yes, spoiler alert, that happened to me. I used my last 11k rubies to try to get this guy to awaken level 3 because Hwarang's my guy. Got one character, and that was her. After I already took her up to awaken level 5. And because of how the change-up system works, because you need 3 memories, which should be 1 in my opinion, that 1 memory I have, Nina, is completely useless. There's nothing I can do with it. So yeah, that's awesome, guys. And why this is even bigger problem times 3 is Netmarble buffed EX Hwarang. Initially, he had survivability issues, which is no good in general, but especially no good considering he's an EX character. They went back, they fixed him. He doesn't have survivability issues anymore. That's good. If you look at the update notes for the upcoming update for SS Kusanagi, Netmarble is making some more changes to a couple of characters, Tekken or otherwise. FES Nina's not one of them. FES Nina has the same survivability issues that Hwarang has, to an even greater degree, and they aren't buffing her. Why? Every pull of this character after the first pull is terrible. This character should have been in the Rush Dungeon shop.
Nina Williams.
Because this is terrible, man. This is unacceptable. This is a dud character in 2022 in a game with awful drop rates. Do you know how triggered I was when I got this hunk of garbage instead of this or this? It was rage inducing, man. So yeah, it just feels really bad. Now for the character kits themselves, like I said, it's good leadership, good damage, but she can't survive, so she's borderline useless in 2022. Alicia Boskanovich, great leadership. This is the same as the Angel Neo Tengu leadership, the purple balance one. This is great for things like time attack. You know, she has double dot, you know, she has bleed, she has poison. a lot of immunity to doubt effects and stun effects. She has covers HP. That's not bad. But honestly, I tried her out a few times in the Tekken Tower, and her skill rotation, it feels clunky. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really like it. It feels really clunky. And it doesn't help that M. Bison is also an SS Collab red defense character. This is no way I'm going to rank her up over M. Bison, so that's another thing going against her. But yeah, her rotation, it's clunky. I don't really like it. It's not very smooth when you pop that awakening skill. She's okay. I haven't really seen much noise made about her. Out of all the Tekken characters, I barely see any content for this one. Could be wrong. Then I was seeing my boy Hwarang, not Hwarang, announcer. He's been buffed. Yeah, he's good. Only got him to Awaken level 2 though, so I don't have access to all of his imprint stones, and because Netmarbles need being Netmarble, we have no idea when we're going to be able to level up EX characters after their banner leaves, so yeah, he's just gonna sit around, not fully optimized for who knows how long. Feels bad. But yeah, great leadership, great striker ability, good character. Moving on to the second fighter banner, Devil Jin, SS Hwarang, and again, this pile of garbage. Still a pile of garbage. Still feels extremely bad if you pull her over this guy or this guy. Now, unfortunately for me, I don't have either one of these. Got shafted on rubies. Had to make a few calls. So yeah, no Devil Jin for me, no SS Hwarang. Good generic leadership for everybody. He's got double dot, lots of immunities. And I think he has a great support ability, a great support skill for Tekken characters. I think one of them. Yeah, this is great. Oh, it's not just Tekken characters, so now I feel even worse for not having him. He's kind of like Armor King from the first collab. Very good support ability right here. Really powerful dot explosion on his 3 PG special. And then this guy, who I don't have. Outstanding leadership, obviously. Very strong, but to be honest, this sets a very bad precedent. KOF has the worst power creep of any mobile game I have ever played. It's honestly ridiculous how much stronger this guy is compared to other EX characters released earlier this year. Heck, released last update. I mean, at the rate Netmarble's going, characters would be dealing 1 trillion damage in Guild Raid before 2022 ends. Like, I don't want to know what a character stronger than Devil Jin even looks like. This guy is ridiculous. You see people putting up, 50 billion effortlessly in Guild Raid. You see this guy clearing, Demo space on auto. I mean, he is insane. Fitting for the character, but the power creep is so bad in this game. Especially when you factor in the fact that the KOF team is extremely slow when it comes to releasing content. This guy's like extreme overkill for everything that we have right now. But yeah, good character. If you got him, if you pulled him, congrats. You have the most broken character in the game. You're set for a while. But yeah, like I said, her being here just makes both banners infinitely worse. No damage immunity, no hyper armor in 2022. Unacceptable. Especially when we consider the drop rates and what character you could be getting over her. So yeah, terrible. Moving on to the cards. The special cards, the standard, increase attack skill damage, increase critical damage, that's fine. The set, very, very good. It's following the trend of the Cronin set and the BOS anniversary set. Increase critical rate, increase combat power by 35k, and Most importantly, this one right here, 30% chance to charge 5 power slots upon landing an active skill. Then obviously the set bonus, very, very powerful. Put this on any Tekken character, their CP is going to be very high, the damage is going to be very high, but it's also a net negative in a way, because if you don't have this set, the damage output of your Tekken characters will be significantly and noticeably lower. And because, like, you know, the Street Fighter characters, you don't need the Street Fighter set on them. Heck, for the characters with dot damage, the Rush Dungeon Street Fighter set's better. You know, you don't necessarily need the Guilty Gear set for Guilty Gear characters. For someone like, you know, Soul Bad Guy, who's all about burn damage and burn dot, the Gintama set's better than him. But for the Tekken Volume 2 characters, you really want this set. Which again, I feel like it's good and also bad. But yeah, it's a great set overall. Hopefully you got at least one set. I tried to get 2, no dice. As for the option cards, both very good. You know, this is Taekwondo. Tekken Fighter's critical rate, critical damage by 20%, a little bit of cooldown. Great card in general, great card for CP, for any and all Tekken Fighters, no complaints here. And then Nothing But a Mission. Fantastic card, but like the set card, kinda bad. Now if you're new to the game, this is not the first crit rate skill cooldown 1.9 second card we've had. We also had one in the Gintama collaboration, which was several years ago. That's my problem, number one. It's been several years since we've gotten a single offense-oriented skill cooldown card. That's terrible. That's number one. Number two, it's a collab card, which is to say that this game's been out for 4 years and there is not a single permanent offense-oriented skill cooldown card. That's unacceptable. I've done 2.5 rotations on the Tekken card banners. I have 1 copy of this card. I did 2.5 rotations on the Gintama card banners. Got no copies of that crit rate skill cooldown card. There needs to be a permanent offense-oriented skill cooldown card. If they want to keep, you know, crit rate and critical damage limited to collabs, fine, because those are the big CP boosters. But can we get, you know, active skill and skill cooldown, you know, active skill damage? Can we get, you know, strike skill damage, you know, grab skill damage, blast skill damage, something offense oriented? Because these HP, the maximum card, it's an MVP of this game. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, I have an attack type character. I don't want or need HP. I want something offense oriented. But I also need the maximum skill cooldown, which is 1.9 seconds. Can you give me that bone, that marble? That would be great. You know? So good, but also bad. So yeah, overall, I think the banners are a miss. I would say they're about maybe a 5 out of 10. Because let's talk about the elephant in the room, guys. Hwoarang, he's my favorite Tekken character of all time. He has been since Tekken 3. Before then, I probably like Kazuya the most, but once Tekken 3 came out, you know, this was my guy. I kind of have a thing for Korean fighters and fighter games, so this is my favorite in Tekken. You know, in guys, my favorite was the Korean fighter with the robot, the rocket knee. In Soul Calibur, my favorite is Kilik and that double broadsword wielding guy. I don't remember his name, but yeah. So yeah, this is my favorite. So for me, 2 Hwoarangs was great. Well, not really, since I don't have this one. But I know he's not the favorite of everybody in the Tekken community. So having 2 Hwoarang and 2 Nina, that's not good. People were very hyped when they announced this collaboration, but then once we saw the full character roster, the hype went down considerably. Devil Jin's back has to be hurting because he hard carried this collab. He is by far the hypest part of this collab. 2 Nina, one of them sucks, 2 Hwarang, and then, okay, maybe some people like the Android girl, but Alicia Boskanovich, she's not hype. You know, where's Eddie Gordo? Where's one of the Laws? You know, where's Yoshimitsu? You know, where's Raven? Where's Brian? Where's Lars? She's not a hype character, I'm sorry. So yeah, to have a non-hype character, 2 pairs of duplicates, in the eyes of some people, there's only one good character, one hype character in this entire collab. That is terrible. And I know what some of you might be thinking. The first Tekken collab also had duplicates. And you're right, it did. It had 2 Jins, you know, Tekken 3 Jin was free, and then it had 2 Xiaoyus. Schoolgirl Xiaoyu, who was paywalled, you had to pay like $70 to get her. But look at the rest of the lineup. 2 Jins, 2 Xiaoyus, Heihachi Mishima, Kazuya Mishima, Armor King, and Paul Phoenix. This lineup is infinitely better than this one. Again, duplicates, not hype. You only had 4 unique characters in the second collab, and for a lot of people, only one of them is hype. That is terrible. These collaborations, they don't come back often or at all. So when you have them, they need to be big. And this was a miss. Like I said, I love this guy, but I'm not going to pretend like having 2 of him wasn't the best idea. Then having 2 Ninas wasn't the best idea. Having a Nina that sucks, it's a terrible idea. So yeah, honestly, they misfired with the roster of this collaboration. It wasn't good. And it feels bad, man, because Tekken is hype. I would say Tekken, out of all the fighting game franchises, Tekken's probably my favorite, followed by like Soul Calibur. So yeah, this was a miss for me. I know a lot of people were disappointed by this, understandably so. Yeah, I think they could have done way better. I mean, look at this. This lineup is amazing. This was an amazing lineup, and this one just isn't. So yeah. Moving on, I guess we could talk about EX Nina. First, let's start off with her events. There are problems, specifically for veteran players, which you would notice right away. Netmarble, this game has been out for 3 years in Global and 4 years in JP. Stop giving us level up fighter event objectives. Actually, I take that back. For newer players, this is great. Stop only giving us this. Look at all these tokens that you get from leveling up fighters. This is a lot of tokens. This is a ton of tokens. And as you can see, even if you got all of the Tekken characters, you're not leveling them up this many times. Actually, I can't do math. Sorry, guys. Yeah, this is accurate. But number 1, drop rates in this game suck. You need to be lucky or have a ton of rubies and still be lucky to get all of the characters. And if you're a newer character, you probably don't have the resources to level up all these SS and EX characters. So just very tone deaf and very stupid, because if you're a veteran player like me, let's take a look at the roster, right? Let's start off with the FES characters. Netmarble. I can't level up anyone. I don't have anyone who isn't level 90. What do you expect me to do? Well, except these 3. These 2, I was gambling on there being summer roulettes, but Netmarble completely forgot about character roulettes. We haven't gotten them in a very long time. The only reason I had these guys at level 60 with these ladies is because I was hoping for them to get summer roulettes along with memory crafting events, so I didn't want to waste these to level them up. Gamble did not pay off because no roulettes, and then this guy I just don't rank up because he's a meme. I'm lucky because I only got it once. Yeah, I'm just not ranking this guy up. He sucks. But yeah, so look, barely any FES characters to level up. Going to gold borders. I can't speak, guys. Going to gold borders. Netmarble. Who do I rank up? Who do I rank up, Netmarble? Who do I rank up? Who do I level up? I have a couple, but look, I'm running very low. Keep in mind, one of the weekly objectives is to limit break a character 10 times. So eventually, I won't be able to do that anymore. And I won't be able to level up any characters for events anymore. Because I barely have any characters to level up. Obviously, for the silver border characters, yeah, come on, guys. These were ranked up like as soon as Awakening came out. You know a good way Netmarble could help alleviate these problems? It's still not practical, but for some odd reason, the level up objectives, it does not count Awakening leveling up. Like, I have a ton of non-Awakened characters or Awakened level 1 I can level up, but it doesn't count, so it's useless. So yeah, stop with the level up, the limit breaking objectives. It's good for new players, but you need to include alternatives for veterans. We literally do not have characters to level up anymore. So that's the first problem with this event mission. Let's see if we can find the next one. Here we go. This one right here. Great for new players, terrible for veterans. Both of these. I already addressed Limit Break. Limit Break and leveling up's terrible, but this one right here, I know what you might be thinking. Affinity 40 times, that's not a lot. Should be no problem, right? No, it's a big problem. Because, again, if you go into Affinity, Netmarble, who do I level up? You know darn well that when you level up a character's Affinity, let's see if I can show it. Can I do it? I can't do it. Actually, wait. Yeah, here we go. When you level up a character's Affinity to level 9, you get rubies. You get 50 rubies. Netmarble, you know darn well that every veteran player in this game has done this years ago. And then for levels 9 to 15, these memories are fodder to either get silver unified banner tokens, or in the case of non-FES and non-EX souls, you get generic material for imprint stones. Because when you level up imprint stones, let's see if I can find one. You need soul dust. How do you get soul dust? By converting souls. So yeah, a lot of veterans, like myself, have most characters in the game Affinity maxed out. How do I complete this event, Netmarble? How? Tell me how. I feel like Norman Osborn in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movie. Tell me how. Because look at this, guys. I have no one. What am I supposed to do? What are veterans supposed to do, Netmarble? This is the main problem I have with Netmarble, is modernization. They don't seem to know the game that they are developing in 2022. They don't modernize things. Several years ago, Limit Break, leveling up, and Affinity objectives, those are fine. But in 2022 going to 2023, it's not. Because veterans barely have anyone to rank up. So yeah, terrible. Netmarble, please modernize the game in all aspects. As for the rest of the objectives, it's just standard stuff. Enhance imprint stone, that's fine. You're gonna enhance the Tekken stones anyway, which aren't fine. We're gonna get into that in a second. Greet guild members, that's nothing. Dream mats. We're gonna get into this, but to give you my initial thoughts, hate this. Hate having to win dream mats, hate having to play dream mats. More on that once we delve into that later. Overall, don't like that. Power up dungeons, fine. Battle cards, fine. Attempt dispatch, guild raid, it's all fine, right? So, like I said, overall, it's for the most part good. I would say it's like a 7 out of 10 in regards to the event objectives, but again, you need to modernize these missions for veteran players because 3 of them, which give out the most tokens, mind you, are not feasible anymore. Now, to finish off my thoughts on the characters, Tekken Codex. I don't like this, guys. In fact, I hate this. This is nice if you're lucky enough to get there, because I'm going to be delving into this when I do my complete overview and thoughts on everything wrong with Kofis, but prime memory grinding is awful. It's so slow. So yeah, getting 500, getting half a prime memory just like that, it's great. You know, if you get to Awaken level 4, that is a guaranteed, you know, Tekken Moon or Star Imprint Stone. That's great. And you have to get the SS character to Awaken level 5. Good luck. And then obviously for Nina, the final rewards and nothing burgers to be expected. Yeah, let's look at the Star and Moon stones for a little bit. Let's go to the crafting. This is useless. No, it's not useless. I'm being disingenuous. I don't like this because if you get 3 FES Nina memories, may God help you. I'm sorry for your loss. You don't want this. That's terrible. This is a good consolation prize to an extent, but considering what you use memories for, not really. I'm gonna get into that later. I keep saying that, sorry. You know, this is an off-the-cuff review. I'm not a professional YouTuber, just me giving my thoughts. But yeah, good, but also not good. I'm gonna be talking about this a lot in my next video, going over everything wrong with KOF. But let's look at the main prize, the Tekken Imprint Stones. Great stones, you know, critical rate, lots of attack, no complaints about these stones. These Star and Moon Imprint Stones, they're great, you know, lots of attack, active skill damage, and lots of attack. Those are great, but the way Netmarble handles Collab Imprint Stones are not. Now, to be fair, for the Tekken Moon and Star Imprint Stones, I do like how it's possible to get one complete set pretty easily. You know, you just do the events like the Tekken Towers and the Boss Showdown up to level 24, I believe. And if you do, and for the Tekken Towers, I think you need to get up to level 39 for each. And if you do all that, you will be able to get one set of these for free, because you get enough of these to do so. That's great. That is, I will give credit when it's deserved. That is an improvement, because for the other past Star and Moonstone events, you mostly have to pay money to get both, to get one set, which is terrible. You know, for the SS, you know, the EX Kyo event, for the SS Chizuru, for for the EX Cronin event, if you didn't pay money, the chances of you getting both of these, not likely. In some instances, I didn't get any. Like BS Angel, I keep saying BS. For EX Angel, I didn't get a single stone. Like I said, I'm going to be going over to problems with how they do this in my next video. But yeah, EX Angel didn't get a single stone. For the anniversary, EX Lady Choi didn't get a single stone. It was terrible. But the main problem that I have, again, just something you might not know if you're a newer player, is Collab Imprint Stone farming is infinitely worse now than it was before. I keep clicking on the wrong banners. So yeah, this is terrible. How it originally worked for collabs like, you know, Dead or Alive, or 7 Nights, or 7 Deadly Sins, is you farm the Rust Dungeon. Let's say there's 6 collab characters, you farm the Rust Dungeon, you get 6 sets of Imprint Stones. And you could also by chance get other imprint stones for things like event banners. But now, if you want all the imprint stones, you have to get every character to awaken level 3. In a game with terrible drop rates, where you can do a complete rotation on a fighter banner and not get them once, you have to pull a character 4 times to get their imprint stones. In a game where you regularly don't get them once in a full rotation. For the Tekken Collab, these are the only easy ones. These are the only easy stones to get. As long as you do all the event objectives, everyone to get this character to awaken level 3 for free, and then you can get this character awaken level 3 for free via dimensional invitations. Which, if you're a newer player, that's not easy, but if you've been playing for a while, it's more than possible. But yeah, everyone else, good luck. I got Alicia once, no imprint stone to me. I got this guy twice, no third imprint stone for me, which is really bad because Netmarble, you know what you're doing. You put the best imprint stone at awaken level 3. This right here, this is the big CP boost. You knew what you were doing when you put this as a third stone. You knew exactly what you were doing. So yeah, feels bad. Especially for me, not getting this guy or this guy. A decent consolation prize would be getting 6 sets of Tekken imprint stones, because I would just slap all of my leftovers onto the old Tekken fighters. Have some fun with those, and like, you know, low cost epic quest or something like that would be a good consolation prize. That was possible with the previous format of Collab imprint stones, but since Netmarble has gotten greedy and ruby walled / paywalled Collab imprint stones, that's no longer possible. Games are supposed to get better as they age, not worse. Put Collab imprint stones back in the Rush Dungeon shop. Stop paywalling imprint stones Netmarble. I know people saying, oh, they're not paywalling, you can save up rubies for free. Okay, fine. Stop ruby walling imprint stones. It's ridiculous. For many characters, Collab, BS, EX, SS, they need their limited time stones to reach their maximum potential. So even if you have this guy or this girl, you know, non-awakened, even if you awaken them with generic SS memories, they won't reach their maximum potential. Netmarble, that is a terrible game design choice. Why are you doing that? Same thing goes with these guys. Unless you got lucky on the Bridal Nina banner and got a couple of imprint stones from that, guess what? You're out of luck. You're gonna have a half-baked EX character. Netmarble, that's terrible. Please stop doing that. It's awful. I mean, it's terrible. You want to know why it's even worse? I'll show you why. Let's go to the exchange shop. Let's say you get lucky. Let's say you get 3 memories for any of these Tekken fighters. Let's say you got 3 of him, 3 of her, 3 of her. You have a choice to make. Either you get the imprint stones, which you can never get ever again, or you use the 3 memories to get their change-up kit, which you can never get again. By ruby walling imprint stones, you are essentially forcing players to make a choice. And either way, that choice is going to leave their characters suboptimal, because you ideally want all 3 Tekken imprint stones and the change-up kit, which is not possible thanks to you ruby walling Collab imprint stones, unless you get lucky via the Bridal Nina banner. Netmarble, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? This is terrible. You guys are professionals. You get paid to do this. Why are you doing such a bad job right now? Why are you... It's not practical, right? It's not practical to expect people to get this many memories. Even if you whale, the rates are horrible. I know people who've done 2 rotations for Devil Jin, and the only Devil Jin copies they have are from the pity selectors. In order to max out an SS character, you need to pull them 11 Netmarble. Do you play your own game? I don't think you do, because that's not practical. Like, Netmarble, that's crazy. 11 times? Like, I love KOF guys, but we have a problem. We have a serious problem. Netmarble is just making a lot of mistakes right now. I don't know, man. It's just like, you guys are professional game developers. Why are you doing this? Anyway, that's going to be part 1 of the Tekken collaboration review. This video is getting to be a little long. Kind of want to separate this into 2 parts so it's not extremely long, and also just in case OBS messes up. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Want to hear you guys sound off. But yeah, overall, it's not looking good, guys. I don't know, man. Netmarble, what are you doing? Oh, actually, before I go, I completely forgot. Sorry, guys. We need to talk about the banners again. Netmarble, can you please explain to me why these characters aren't back? Can you explain that to me? Because here's the thing. JP, they had 2 Gintama collabs, right? They existed before Global, and they had the Gintama collab. And then when Global got the Gintama collab, that was the second Gintama collab for JP. And when that Gintama collab came back, guess what? JP got the old characters back. But for some reason, the Tekken collab comes back, the old characters don't come back. Why? In 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, also a Netmarble game, different devs team I know, but still Netmarble. We've had 2 back-to-back collabs, alright? We've had The Time I Reincarnated as a Slime and RE0. 2 collabs each. Both collabs brought back the old characters and buffed them. But in KOF, Tekken comes back, new characters nowhere to be seen. Nemo, I don't care if the characters are outdated. I don't care if you're not buffing them because you don't care about gold borders anymore. I still want them. I want Heihachi. I use this guy in Dream Match just because I don't have him. But Dream Match sucks. So I would love to have him permanently. I would love to have Kazuya permanently. I would love to have Schoolgirl Xiaoyu permanently. But I can't because you didn't bring them back. Why? Yeah, I changed my mind. I gave that banner what, like a 6 out of 10? No, we're gonna make it a 4 out of 10, right? Because you should have brought these characters back. Actually, nah, you shouldn't have brought them back on the banner. They should have been in the Rush Dungeon shop. So my previous ranking of the Tekken banners, 6 out of 10. But yeah, this would have made your week lineup so much better. Having these cool characters in it. Should have brought them back. Yeah, anyway, guys, that's going to be part 1 of my Tekken collaboration review. Part 2, I'm going to focus on the events rather than the banners and the characters and whatnot. I guess I could talk about Bridal Nina for a second. Go to EX characters, get rid of these. Get rid of Affinity.
Nina Williams.
So yeah, she's great. You know, EX Chun-Li was great. EX Nina Williams was great. Especially if your roster isn't too developed, she's gonna help you a ton. She has a lot of survivability. She's gonna be great for demo space, great for guild raid. You know, no complaints. Good character. You know, immune dot explosion. That's great. Cooldown resets. You know, critical damage, attack increases. AOE character stun, fantastic. Hyper armor. Hint, hint. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. FES Nina. Hyper armor, please. Great raw damage output. Yeah, no complaints. Like I said, I'll give credit when it's due. Everyone can get this character to 3-star awaken, no problem. And she's a great free-to-play character. Good job on that one, Netmarble. But I only give credit when it's due. And there's a lot wrong with this collab, so even though she is great, don't expect me to say too many good things about the collaboration on a whole. But I'm going to delve into that in the second part. So yeah, if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in part 2.